What's up, Nail Geeks, and welcome back to a Royla Lee video. This is the All Hallows Eve collection, very much anticipated. I love Taylor's take on spooky things, on shimmer, on this time of year. This time of year is just magical. I love it so much. We have the vintage Halloween collection to check out. Per our PR notes that I'm reading off here, some of these are remixed versions of past popular colors. She does say that this was intentional for those of you who may have missed it. But we have this collection to check out. We also have a new Levi polish. Levi, somebody correct me. I believe it's Levi, I'm pretty sure. Their pup Levi just turned 5, so we do have a new polish for him, and this is a charity polish, so $4 of every bottle sold to that is going to go to the County Roads Animal Rescue of Oklahoma City. So I will have that linked in the description box if you want to get more information on that. We also have a new Frankenween polish. This is a prototype that Taylor made for September PPU, Wiener of the Night. This is a companion to it, and she didn't want it to go to waste, which yay. This is also going to be here. We have a new polish for paws, Tiddles Glitter. This one is also going to be $4 from each bottle sold. Is going to go to the Black Cat Rescue. One of these days I'm going to get a black cat. I so wanted one when I initially went to the shelter looking last year. I had the idea I was going to get a little black cat. I found one. It was spunky. It was just like climbing up that cage, and but it already had an adoption hold on it, unfortunately. But that's how I came across Chai. So, which you never really see her in the background because Chai is she's our plump little hamster. She's got her annual coming up this month in September. She'll be a year old. And I have to go and we have to talk about diet stuff because yes, she's a rotund little thing. But typically she's in the cat tower, which is way over there, and she sleeps over there. So anyways, one of these days I'll get a black cat. So the proceeds of that is going to go to that charity. We have some pretties to check out. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Starting off with Jack-o'-lantern. This is a cousin of Carnival Sass, which is a past polish pickup shade, and it's described as a deep orange base with copper to orange shifting shimmer. It does state in our PR information this is heavily pigmented and will likely stain. I do agree with that official description. I did have some staining on my falsies, so make sure you're wearing a good protecting base coat of some sort. This is one of my top picks in the set. It is beautiful. It's a fiery pumpkin-y orange. Just stunning, and the formula was chef's kiss. I would suggest 2 coats and a glossy top coat. Vampire's Kiss is like perhaps a Christmas gourd had a baby with I Burn For You. However, the red base is darker. It's described as a dark, vampy red base with linear holographic effect and subtle copper to orange shifting shimmer. This one also may stain. I did have some staining on my falsies with this one too. Not as much as Jack-o'-lantern, but it was just like a light pink stain afterwards. Vampire's Kiss is another excellent juicy type of jelly formula. It built up perfectly for me at 3 coats. I'll strongly urge you to do that, as the second coat did offer some decent coverage, but the third coat maximized that base color. Graveyard Gala is a blackened magenta with pink, orange, gold shifting shimmer. This one flirts with being a bit of a foil type of finish. It's got excellent buildup to it, and I'm going to suggest 2 coats here as well. In indoor lighting, like normal lighting situations, it's got that beautiful magenta type of true lean to it, and there's an easy shift over to this orangey gold at angles. You'll see that on my macro shot here in just a moment. I really can't see anyone needing to go past 2 coats with it, as again, it's excellent buildup. It will also dry down quite flat, so use a good glossy top coat. Sunlit Shadows is a beige base with red to orange shifting shimmer. Weirdly enough, this one cropped up in being one of my top picks for this release. I typically don't like warm colors, especially ones that lean heavily neutral against my skin tone,
But as I built it up, I was very impressed with how strong the shimmer is. Now, it is one of those shimmer bombs that's so packed full of pigments that you'll want to be mindful of your brush strokes to prevent any potential streaking. And I chose to do 3 light-handed coats just to make sure I'm maximizing all the shimmery goodness, as it is on the lighter side in terms of opacity if you have a prominent free edge and stop at 2 coats. So don't be afraid to build this one up. Apparition is a deep violet base with pink to gold microflake shimmer and orange to copper reflective glitter. This is a 1-coater. I was like shocked. My socks were just blown off my feet whenever I was working on this one. I hesitated on whether or not I was going to do that 2nd coat. And honestly, it's kind of a formality. So if I went in normal for myself, I think that 1st coat would have been just enough. This dries down incredibly textured and very flat. So make sure you smooth it out with a glitter smoother and glossy top coat. And it is that sparkly type of flaky sort of finish. Monster Mash is a clear base with red to gold to green crystal flakes and red to gold UCC flakes. This can be worn alone or as a topper. I totally agree with that. As I was swatching this, I could definitely see how this would be very versatile in that regard, as you'll see on the Willet Topper segment. The base is a true clear, so yeah, you can go ham on layering this one to your heart's content. If you choose to wear it by itself, which is as it's intended, I'm going to suggest 3 coats. I did very light coats to make sure I didn't have too much suspension base as I was applying. That way it was more like a pseudo-like sponging effect. Of course, you could sponge and have it more opaque. Your choice on that. If you sponge it, you may want to use a glitter smoother. Candlelit Séance is a blackened navy base with red to gold to green shifting shimmer and subtle linear holographic effect. This is my top pick out of the entire release, my number 1. It's beautiful, and I will never get tired of these deep blues with these saturated type of shimmers going throughout it. It has a creamy, smooth formula, excellent application. I can't see anyone needing to go past 2 coats. It is beautiful. It will dry down very flat because it's so packed full of shimmer, so make sure you plump it up with a top coat. Witching Hour is a plum base with gold to green to blue shifting shimmer. This is a jelly type of finish and how it builds up. I will push you as much as possible to go up to 3 coats with it. It is on the softer side in terms of opacity if you choose to stop at 2 coats, especially if you like that lighter plum type of base. But I wanted that vampier, give me all your shimmer finish, and I thought that 3rd coat gave it to me. No need to be careful on your brush strokes or anything. I was thinking it was going to be very streaky and I had to be careful, but not at all. So very much applies like a foil type of finish, and it will also dry down very flat too. Candied is a brown base with blue to purple shifting shimmer. So we have a somewhat jelly formula here, but it applies almost like acrylic because we have quite a bit of a plumping factor to it. I chose to take this one up to 3 coats. It's softer and almost flirts with being like a milky sort of finish if you choose to stop at 2 coats. Your preference on that. If you have a really prominent free edge and you want that softer finish, you might see a touch of your smile line. Otherwise, go up to 3 coats. As you can see on the 3rd coat, it is very heavy shimmer-like, so you'll want to be light on your coats to prevent any potential streaking on this one too. It's not awful, just go light-handed on this one. Spellbound is a red-based multichrome magnetic that shifts from aqua to purple to pink. This is similar to I Know What You Did, which was a past polish pickup color. It does state in our PR information that this one might also stain too. I personally did not have staining with it, but I still wanted to make sure everybody knew that. Now we have another juicy, very opaque, somewhat jelly feeling application here. This is so easy to build up to opacity. I think 2 coats is all you need. The magnetic pigment was very user-friendly. I think it snapped to very well on the ring magnet. And as you can see here, it is so beautiful in that vampy, super glowy type of effect. It is so multi-chrome on the magnetic shimmer here. So I think you'll see lots of shifts to it, very much like that polished pickup color if you have it. Levy-Saurus-Rex is a teal base with blue to green shifting shimmer. It does state that this one will also stain too. I personally did not have staining, just throw that out there. $4 of every bottle sold will be donated to the County Roads Animal Rescue in Oklahoma City. Levy-Saurus has a beautiful jelly, juicy type of formula to it. I chose to do 3 coats. Now, with that said, those of you rocking shorties, you might be able to get away with 2 coats, but I thought that 3rd coat popped best. This is going to be so beautiful, not just for the fall, but also for holiday manis too. Frankenween is a limited edition. This is a prototype that Taylor originally made for September's polish pickup, Wiener of the Night. It's a dark red base with purple to pink to orange shifting shimmer and scattered holographic effect. If you did not pick up Taylor's polish pickup color, go get it. I'm posting this video on the last day of polish pickup. Don't miss out. You want this duo together because the shimmer in both is chef's kiss. Frankenween also has a very creamy type of formula to it. Very quick to build to opacity. I think 2 coats and a top coat is perfect. Tiddles Glitter is our last polish for this release. It's described as a black base with pink to gold shifting shimmer, linear holographic effect, and orange reflective glitter. $4 from each bottle will be donated to the Black Cat Rescue. I don't know if you heard that, but Elminster just hopped on my shoulders here. How appropriate for this polish. This is a flirting with one coater polish. It is beautiful, easy opacity, and so packed and full of that beautiful, strong effect. I'm going to suggest 2 thin coats, a glitter smoother and glossy top coat, as this one dried down really flat and almost matte-like. And we're going to wrap this up with the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. Okay, so we have a lot of variety here in terms of finishes, although we do across the board have lots of strong shimmers. So of course they will work. I think you can get pretty creative with quite a few of these. Just be mindful that they are very heavily tinted on their respective base colors. Of course, Apparition is so delightfully opaque. I do think it would work still over darker colors like black and all these others here too. I'm just going to be talking and filling up this space because they're all gorgeous. Let's just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. And Elminster is just literally climbing all over my desk. One of these days I want to get a shot of the cats harassing me while I try to voice over. I swear it's like they know whenever I'm doing work here that it's time to play and purr against the mic and try to drink my coffee. No, Elminster, you can't have that. And cats, whatever would we do without them?
This will be an uncapped pre-order that's going to run from September 12th at 10 a.m. Central Time through September 19th at 6 p.m. Central Time. Turnaround time is estimated to be 3.5 weeks from the close of the pre-order. You can grab the full All Hallows Eve collection for $13.50 each, or $125 for the full set if you wanted to get the whole shebang. And again, $4 from the proceeds of the 2 animal charity polishes too will be donated per bottle. So I will have that information broken down in the description box if you, again, want more info on that. And I will link you to Royla's website to go and see the preview for the site and all the pretties that are going to be available. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.